I've known everybody in my friend group since about kindergarten, first grade, second grade. I met everybody there in that span. We kind of just all kind of grew up together. So baseball has always been our biggest bond. And then recently we've all been picking up our licenses. So we've all been driving, spending a lot of time at the beach. Me and my friends, when we get in the water when it's cold at the beach, we just like to sprint, because if you tiptoe, you're not gonna want to do it. So we just scream no fear and run in the ice cold water.
He had a coach that one day just always talked about having no fear. And so, there's a lot of times in his life when we're like, are you sure you want to do that? And he's like, no fear, Dad. We had some issues having kids, right? I mean, I think there was 3, if not 4, miscarriages throughout that whole process. Luckily to, acupuncture and some other things that Dee Dee was able to have Braeden. We'd always considered him as kind of like our miracle child, because having him was not easy.
He made us parents, and he gave us that happiest day of our life. Jeff placed him in my arms, and we looked at each other, and I think we were kind of incredulous. I think we were kind of like, is he real? Did we actually do this?
I just remember being scared to death, because it was like, okay, the baby's out of the womb, and now it's our 100% our responsibility to make sure that this little thing is, moving forward in the right direction.
I probably don't remember anything before I left the house, because it has become so routine of who does what and fix Braeden and do this and that.
So essentially we woke up, everything's normal in the morning. Sometimes I'll get up, we'll make him breakfast before he goes.
I was teaching, and it was about, I guess, 11:25 or 11:26, and I went to get my phone to set a timer for an activity for my students. So I picked up my phone to set the timer, and I had a text from Braeden, and he never texts me. And I read it, and it said, "Hi, Mrs. Callahan, it's Matthew. Braeden's been stabbed twice, but he's still breathing. They're wheeling him out now."
This has been a very nerve-wracking afternoon for parents with students here at Countryside High School after Clearwater police say a 9th grade male student stabbed 2 other students, sending them to the hospital.
One of my most vivid memories is looking up at my friend Matthew. He's talking me through it, and I said, "Matthew, I'm gonna die. Matthew, I'm gonna die." And I just started repeating that, and he just was saying, "No, you're not, Braeden, no, you're not. Just keep breathing, keep breathing."
So as I got in the car, the assistant principal called from Braeden's school. And I said, "I'm coming to the school." And he said, "Don't come to the school. He's on his way to St. Joseph's in Tampa." I couldn't believe that when we heard that he was there already and he was being admitted to surgery already, and we were just barely getting across the bridge. I was like, oh, he got there so fast. And I knew that they started straight away. They're like, oh, he's headed into surgery now. That was frightening and also reassuring that as soon as the ambulance hit the tarmac, they were ready for him.
One of the very scary moments, Dee Dee asked the doctor, well, is he gonna live? And the doctor rightfully said, I don't know if he's gonna live.
I don't know yet.
And at that point, we're like, oh my gosh, our son might die, right? And it was scary. But he was very clear on what he did, and very clear that he had done everything to the best of his abilities. And then shortly after that, Braeden was able to go to the ICU.
We take care of sick children in this unit. So sick in the sense, children who need, who are sick from any multiple reasons. They can be in the ICU, like involved in a car accident, having respiratory failure, having bad pneumonias, having bad anemias, or oncological patients who need more support and care than which can be provided on a regular pediatric floor. I remember that once he came to our ER, and they did a fantastic job getting all the imaging, and then I remember the ER attending calling me to tell me that there is a kid who sustained certain injuries from probably an unprovoked random stab wound at school, and then he'll be coming to us after the surgical procedure.
I was just praying for God to touch the surgeon and to just be with him and his gift, and just save my son.
And I really felt throughout the whole process of the 9 to 10 days that we were there, from the very beginning, we felt like the care that we were getting, that we were the only people in the hospital.
An hour later, he came to us from the operating room. Very nice kid. He was really in good spirits, even though he has gone through like a life-threatening injury. We're talking to the family, explaining to them, why he has a chest tube and what kind of surgery was done to him, and what's the plan.
Every 30 minutes, there was another nurse checking on me, checking my vitals, asking if I needed anything.
They act like it is just, every single person is just the most important. They never forgot his name. They remembered Logan's name. If they wanted gaming things so that they could play together. If Logan wanted to stay later because they were kind of sitting up, kind of hugged up watching TV once, and they're like, it's okay, he can stay. I felt like they really respected the family unit, and they knew how important that was. I felt like they wanted to make him better as soon as possible, and they would just do anything in their power to do that.
Every time they went into the room, they had something positive to tell me. They had something that I could look forward to.
I think that care made him feel like, I am getting better. I don't think enough can be said about how your mental health can affect your physical health.
Obviously, we don't want folks to have to walk through what we had to walk through. But if they did have to go through it, they would want to go through it with the team and the family and the organization at St. Joe's.
We are not a fun place to be honest, for any family or any parent or any child. If your child is here, we would want to be the state of the art in every sense of the word to better take care of your children, which involves investing in the best and the latest technology, latest equipment, latest training to handle those equipments to meet the standard of care and even exceed it, so that we can best serve the children of Tampa Bay area.
A couple weeks after he came out of the hospital, they loved to go to Honeymoon Island. Him and his buddies, they all go out there. I remember the first day that he came home after that, and he goes, Dad, I'm sure glad I didn't die. He goes, because I just had the best time with my boys, and we just had a blast.
He's back with his friends, and he's back on the field and charging it as always, like not holding back and being brave and smiling. He has that happy spirit, and his body is healed, and we have 100% St. Joseph's to thank for that. That our son is here whole, back together and doing what he loves. It's just because of St. Joseph's. They saved his life.